worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here?
마스티프 계열이라 그래.
Oh, encourage the hound, why don't you? No wonder he keeps giving Nan fits. He does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, did you hear that?
한글이 안 되니까. 자동 전투가 되던가? 전투 한번 걸어놓으면 지가 알아서 때리나? 그러진 않나? 아, 야, 이거 내가 누르는 속도보다 죽는 속도가 더 빨라.
Giant rats. It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't.
아니, 쥐가 사이즈가 아니, 쥐를 세우니까 무릎까지 오는데?
I've seen larger. They come up
이거 봐, 사이즈 봐.
sometimes. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
아이고, 어디까지 가? 마바리는 말을 할 수 있을 만큼 똑똑하며 말을 하면 안 된다는 걸 알 정도로 현명하다. 얘 그 마바리 전투견이라고 하는 게 거의 이쪽 세계관에서는 사람들이 되게 가지고 싶어하는 강아지예요. 엄청 똑똑하다는 설정이야. 뭐 이런 거는 뭐 다 예전에 봤던 것들이고 하니까. 게임 진행하면서 이렇게 세계관에 대한 것도 다 조금씩 수집을 할 수 있게끔 해놨어요. 근데 뭐 이것까지 하나하나 보기는 좀 그렇고. 저 다 채우는 게 너무 악질이었다고요. 저걸 어떻게 다 채워? 다 읽으면서 하려고 하면은 빡세겠다고? 혼자서 할 때는 천천히 저런 거 다 읽어가면서 하는데 아무래도 이렇게 방송 켜놓고 읽기는 좀 힘들지.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
댕댕이가 쥐를 잡았어요.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones?
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead. Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with. Don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that
할머니
Nan never
마음
gives you
약한 거 봐.
anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, Mother. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
저 강아지 생긴 거 부담스러워해갖고 사람들이 예전에 했었을 때는 이거 외형 늑대로 바꾸는 모드? 그게 되게 인기가 높았었어. 템 찾아오는 게 확률이어가지고. 똥개 훈련이라뇨. 고양이도 있네. 엄마 어디 있었지?
Yes. Good evening, my lord.
Hello again. Your castle study is wonderful. Might I ask whose collection this is? So would I. Do you have a favorite book? Good choice. Timaeus' theory on the nature of dragons and how they connect to Darkspawn is quite intriguing. No more than anyone else, is it true there is one here in the castle? Have you met him? I'd join the Grey Wardens in a heartbeat. Can you imagine destroying the Darkspawn forever, becoming a hero?
얘는 거기에 좀
But I'd
환상이
never
있네.
get Grey Warden's notice. I'll have to be happy under your father's command. Yes, though I don't know when. I will leave when your father does. I'll ride as his second, glorified squire, more or less. I'll care for his horse and armor and such. It's quite an honor. I hope so. I admit trepidation about facing Darkspawn, but I can't imagine an opponent more worthy of defeat.
약간 영웅담 이런데 심취해 있나봐.
I don't actually know you that well, my lord. I know of you, but that is not the same thing.
아, 저는 듣보라서 알고 있는 게 없대요. 저에 대해서.
Everyone says you're more likely to succeed the Tan than your brother is, that the Cousland line has never been stronger. I don't know about here, but outside your castle, people discuss your family a great deal. Some say your father should have been king instead of Kaelin, but it is just talk, I think, born of affection for your father. I'd like that. What did you have in mind?
아, 이거 뭐야? 야, 여기서 꼬신다고? 안 돼. 네, 순정은 주인이 있단 말이야.
There's not much to tell. I'm the eldest son of a minor.
뭘 이이야?
Can't imagine I'm anyone very interesting to you. I would be glad of the chance to get to know you better. Until then.
That is a wonderful dog. He seems very noble and intelligent.
피 좀
Greetings once
닦아주세요.
again, my lord.
아,
My family has been in service to hers for many years. Lady Landra elevated my place as a reward for our loyalty. I hope this position might pass to my daughter.
딸이 있대.
Forgive me, I shouldn't have mentioned her. Her name is Amathine. Her father died of a wasting sickness 2 years ago. Amathine is my life.
뭘 좋아?
You have children. This is why your mother protects you from the coming battle. I have risen very high for my people. I would not tempt fate by wishing more. Lady Landra is good to her elven servants. That is not true in many households, but I hear it is in yours. It speaks well of your father to show such compassion. Lady Landra has been very good to me. I am lucky. If I may, your mother has no ladies-in-waiting herself. Is that usual for a noble woman of her rank? That is not a sentiment I see amongst other noble women.
우리 엄마 검소하신가 봐.
I am an open book, my lord. What would you like to know? That is an awkward question. What do you mean?
인간의 매력을 찾을 수 있냐고.
Some humans, yes, without question. Lady Landra's manor is not half so large as your castle, so my family lives in the alienage. There, we do not stand out quite so much.
도시 깜푸는 좀
My
힘들지.
daughter learns what it means to be elven, as much as possible. So much of our history has been lost. No longer. I have little time for such things. You flatter me, my lord. I am not so pretty that suitors are lining up, if that's what you mean. Of course. Aren't we doing just that? What else did you have in mind?
안. 꼬셔지나?
I see. I think I might like that. If I come to your door once everyone is asleep, would that be agreeable, my lord?
안 돼. 아니야, 잠깐만. 잠깐만, 내 첫 연애 상대는 정해져 있단 말이에요. 그냥 하라고? 그래봤자, 근데 이거 골라봤자 님들이 원하는 그런 거는 아마 나오나? 안 나오나? 컷신이 어디까지 준비돼 있었지? 로맨스 상대만 있었나? 아, 긴가민가한데 이거 있었는지 없었는지 기억이 안 나는데. ESC 광클하면 괜찮아요. 아, 생각해보니까 안 되겠어.
I miss
19세를 안 걸었거든.
Please excuse me.
Mother says the Darkspawn will all be killed and I won't see one. Is that true? Mother says the Darkspawn will all be killed.
Hello, my dear boy. By chance, I am beginning to teach these young squires about your family's history.
Do we have to? History is boring.
Boys, you are referring to the Couslands,
등급을
the
준수해야지.
very
무슨
family in whose
소리라는
castle
거야.
you live. Show some respect. I see you haven't changed. Perhaps it would benefit you to join our lesson. Wonderful. Oh, the Cousland history is long indeed. Where shall we start?
우리 집안의 시작?
Records are vague, but the Couslands became Tierns during the Black Age. Is that familiar, child?
재치가 선택지에 영향을 많이 주긴 하나 보네.
Good. I'm pleased some of my lessons seem to have stuck. At that time, your family held only the minor title of Ban. When the werewolves reached this area, Ban Mather Cousland organized a curfew and patrols within the city. Several other local bands supported his efforts by swearing oaths of fealty, making him their Tiern.
주인공은 순정나무를 키울 거야. 님들이 생각하는 그런 캐릭터가 아니에요.
I'm glad some of my lessons don't disappear into that yawning chasm between your ears, young man. A pity you don't spend the same care whetting the edge of your mind as your tongue.
태페나무를
At any
키우라고?
rate, your family has held the Ternier of High Ever since before King Calenhad united Ferelden. In fact,
이게 기억이 안 나. 이게 그 씬이 있었는지 없었는지에 대한 기억이 안 나기 때문에 그런 돌발적인 상황을 만들면 안 돼요.
The Couslands are ardent royalists now, but at that time, Calenhad was unknown and considered dangerous by many. When Calenhad's army reached Highever, Tierna Elethea led the local bands against him. Obviously, Calenhad won. Calenhad wished to unite Ferelden, not conquer it. After Elethea's men were defeated, Calenhad asked her to swear fealty. The bolder
하렘 엔딩?
council still
무슨 소리야? 주인공은 순정남이라니까. 거절.
The history between the Couslands and the House reaches back to the Orlesian occupation. During your grandfather's rule, of course, Orlais found it difficult to hold these lands. During the rebellion against Orlais, several battles were fought near Highever. The port village of Harper's Ford was the tournier's center. Its Jarl was Tarleton Howe. Though nearly 90, he was still as sharp and bitter as cheap ale. Your grandfather...
연애는 여럿이 하고 결혼만 엔딩할 때 한 명만 하면 된다고? 무슨 소리야. 주인공은 순정남이라서 한 명만 바라보는 연애를 할 거야.
The House eventually joined the rebellion, when all of Ferelden united behind King Merrick and General Logain. Just as now we united behind Merrick's son, King Cailan.
그 한 명이 모리건이 아니냐고요? 응, 맞아. 모리건이야.
Thank you for indulging an old man.
Does that mean we have to listen to you now?
Silence! I will not have you two becoming smart-mouthed hooligans. Perhaps you should go. I doubt they need any more distraction. I'm just going to settle in here and apparently just talk to myself.
주인공은 순정남이라서 그렇게 맞불 놓는 캐릭터 아니거든요. 엄마 심부름
You
했어요.
managed to solve Nan's dog issues? I'll take that as a yes. Good work, darling. Now you should say goodbye to Fergus before he leaves, don't you think? Yes, your father mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited. Nor I. And I do realize you didn't answer my question. There's enough here at the castle to occupy
내
you.
입으로 안
I
하겠다라는
don't
소리를
need you
들어야
off
되나 보군.
chasing danger like your brother. I know it's difficult to stay in the castle and watch others ride off, but we must see to our duties first. You understand that, don't you? You are here. Trust me, you'll get your chance for excitement soon enough. As do I. Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me, but it wouldn't help for us to take up arms.
엄마 입장에서 얘가 얼마나 철딱선이었어
Fergus and your
보일까.
father have their duty and we have ours. If he's not out with his men, probably upstairs with Oriana. For a few days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate and keep her company for a time.
스토리 왜 이렇게 복잡하냐고? 원래 그런 게임이야.
Undermine your authority. Don't worry, my dear. It won't be long. If he's not out with his men, probably upstairs with Oriana. I love you, my darling boy. You know that, don't you?
아, 엄마도 그렇고 아빠도 그렇고 자꾸 왜 사망 플래그 꽂아요.
You've grown up so fast. And now Bryce is leaving you in charge of the castle. I suppose there's no point in dwelling on it. Go do what you must then. I will see you soon.
Yes.
뭐지? 방 안에 아무것도 없네.
Good evening. Good evening, my lord. And I'm off. Yes.
나 메인만 한다고 한 적 없는데? 이런 게임 하면서 어떻게 메인만 훑어요? 바닥까지 다 긁어먹어야지. 웬일이라니. RPG는 항상 그런 식으로 했어.
Going.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren. And I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little brother to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
당신 둘은 날 구역질나게 만드는군. 야, 이건 너 말이 너무 심한 거 아니야?
Stay. I'd like to say farewell. I wish you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those darkspawn myself.
Surely your father would not place both his heirs in danger?
Mother and father have been fighting about it for days. It's too bad. I could have used you at my side.
Really? Was he riding a griffin?
Shh, Oren. Griffins only exist in stories now.
I'd heard that. Did he say why he's come? Good for him. I hope he makes it. If I were a Grey Warden, though, I'd have my eye on you. Not that father would ever allow it. If it's any consolation, I'm sure I'll freeze in the southern rain and be completely jealous of you up here, warm and safe.
I am positively thrilled that you will be so miserable, husband.
Word from the south is that the battles have gone well. There's no evidence that this is a true blight, just a large raid.
Could that be true?
I'll see for myself soon enough. Pray for me, love, and I'll be back within a month or two.
근데 지금 봐도 얼굴은 자연스럽지 않아요?
Then the Arl's men are delayed. You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
그래픽이 열화돼서
I would hope,
그렇지.
dear boy, that you plan to wait for
식구들
us
다
before
모였네.
taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
나도 이런 갑옷 줘. 왜 다들 옷대... 야, 나 왕따 당하는 거 아니야? 왜 나만 그지 같은 옷 입고 있어?
The Maker sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wench? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a
야,
tap.
애한테 너무 대놓고 얘기하는 거 아니야?
Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, Maker's breath. I swear it's like living with a pack of small boys.
I'll miss you, mother dear. You'll take care of her brother, won't you?
I agree. Especially if you get yourself hurt. I will never forgive you.
Now that is a good incentive, wouldn't you say?
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
너무 마지막에
You
화기애애한
should
거
be on your way,
보여줘서
pup. Long day ahead tomorrow.
상황 플래그를 날카롭게 세우네요.
Your brother and I go into battle, not an afternoon tea. Who knows what will happen to us? I will tell you, however, you're my cherished son. I love you, and I trust you completely to carry on the Kuzlin name if the worst should happen. But don't worry about me, dear boy. You'll have enough to occupy your mind while I'm gone. I know that you'll do me proud. You've grown into a fine lad, that much is clear.
Mama says you're going to be watching over us while Papa is gone. Is that true, Uncle? What if the castle is attacked? Will there be dragons?
Dragons are terrible creatures, Oren. They eat people.
Yeah, I want to see one.
This is your influence, Fergus.
What? I didn't say anything.
Are you going to teach me to use a sword, Uncle? Then I can fight evil too. Take that, dire bunny. Oh, Darkspawn, fear my sword of truthiness.
진실의 검.
We're teaching him about honesty.
Don't worry, son. You'll get to see a sword up close real soon. I promise.
If you should need any assistance in the coming days.
Getting sent to bed early, are we? A warm bed doesn't sound so bad now, come to think of it. At any rate, I'll miss you. Take care of everyone, and be here when I get back.
부담스럽게 왜 저러고 있어.
My lord, help me! The castle is under attack!
아 잠깐만요. 제 장비 어딨어요. 그 댕댕이 있어서 댕댕이가 아마 다 잡아줄걸? 대시 장비를 입다니 야비하다고? 10일밖에 안 신었는데 뭔 소리 하는 거야. 모래 뿌려 모래 뿌려. 하우놈 이럴 줄 알았지. 여기는 피로도 시스템이 있어요. 무게에 따라서 들어가는 만화 같은 게 소모량이 달라진다고 해야 되나? 전사는 무거운 거 입었을 때 페널티 감소시켜주는 것들이 좀 있고. 컷신에서는 그냥 봐줄만 한데 확실히 땡기면 좀 티가 나긴 해. 레벨업을 할 때 초상화 옆에 플러스 버튼 누르세요. 아 맞아 이거 다른 트리 타는 것도 있긴 있었어. 제치 캐릭터니까 나중에 찍는다고 하면 검토사 쪽으로 가.